Hi guys, and welcome to a new book review video for my Turtles All the Way Down countdown. So for those of you who weren't following, I'm doing a countdown for the upcoming release of John Green, which is called Turtles All the Way Down. So I'm reviewing the 4 previous books that he wrote alone. And so yesterday I reviewed Looking for Alaska, which is my favorite. And today I'm going to review An Abundance of Katherines. So, I think if you want to read An Abundance of Katherines, you have to read it before you read Looking for Alaska. Not because they are anywhere related, just because it's not as mind-blowing as Looking for Alaska. It's a good book, but if you read it like I did just straight after Looking for Alaska, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. So, this book is the story of Colleen, who is a prodigy who wants to be a genius. So basically, what happened to a lot of prodigy is like they're very, very smart when they are kids and they can do like mind-blowing things when they are kids. But when they grow up, their talents sort of fade. And Colin is really aware of that, and he doesn't want his talent to fade. He wants to be able to create something meaningful with his life. So he's a little bit depressed because of that. He has this feeling that he wants to actually create something with his life, and whatever he sort of come up with is never good enough because of the he has this prodigy level, so he sort of put himself like too high a mountain to climb. Basically, that's how I'm gonna say it. So, and at the beginning of the book, he got dumped once again by Katherine. So this book is called An Abundance of Katherines because Colin only dates girls called Katherine, and he's pretty young even in the book, and he already had 19 girlfriends all called Katherine. And that's a funny concept, and that's not a very realistic concept. I know like some people like blondes, some people like brunette, but like he likes Katherine because she has a good name to make anagram. And I mean, even if it's his thing to like anagrams, the fact that he only dates Katherine, first of all, he got 19. Where the hell did he go and find those 19 Katherines? It's like, it's sort of crazy to me. I don't think I know any people who have a name, like even Mary. I know a lot, like I met a lot when I was like younger, but I don't think I know even 19, so where the hell did he manage to find 19 Katherine? Anyway, so he got dumped, and he really liked Katherine 19, basically. And so he goes with his best friend and only friend Hassan on a road trip, and they end up in this place which is like, I'm gonna say, middle of nowhere, and you kind of have to figure out the meaning of life. Like, I think the story is to show him that life can be meaningful even if you are not doing something grandiose like he thought himself able to do because he's a prodigy. And a prodigy wants to be a genius. And that's the whole part. Like, I think that's kind of the philosophy of this book, is like you can find meaning of life even if you get up in the morning and do the same thing every day at a factory to build something. So that's basically what he's gonna learn during this story. And another thing he's doing is like he wants to create a way to know how is a relationship going to end, if it's going to be dumped again or not. Like he wants to prove that the Katherines are actually very predictable. So in this book you actually got math. And a very interesting thing is like John Green has a friend who is a mathematician, and he actually has the guy to make the equation. So the equation is actually going to evolve. You have like some graphs. So he's just like, during the book you have the math coming up, and it's pretty interesting. So here you have big equation, and through the book is going to refine the equation, and it's not a bad equation. It actually sort of works. It's like a polynomial, so it's pretty simple, and at the same time it doesn't look simple for a lot of people, I guess. But like the coefficients are kind of crazy, and the graphs end up being kind of crazy from time to time too. So it's also very interesting, but it's not like, even if you don't know anything about math, there is no problem for you to read that book. So I guess you should go and read it. It's kind of fun, and it's like Colin is like this kid who probably followed everything his parents said to be the best prodigy he could. And then when he arrived at, like, I think that's something that everybody has in a way, because when you go to school, like, you know what you're going to do. Right? You go to school every day, your parents put you there, and then you go to college if you want, or like you try university, and you just have this road. It's just like you just go there, and you know exactly what you're going to learn, you know exactly what you have to do, you do your homeworks, you go there, you do your homeworks, you go there, you learn a lot of things. But once you finish, once you're done with that, you don't have anything to actually guide you into becoming a better person, into finding happiness, into finding the meaning of life, into finding anything, love, like you have nothing to guide you to learn anything more. And that's where a lot of people stop, and that's probably why the prodigy don't become geniuses. And I think Colin is like all the more aware of that than a lot of people. And so going through that, it's like something maybe a lot of people don't even go through. It's like, if you don't have a job after you graduate, you might have to rethink what you're going to do. But if you just jump into work after that, you're not even going to think about how important it is for you to leave a legacy, or important it is for you to build such and such like things you want to do, like write a book or be a movie star, or like the dream you had when you were a kid. And like Colin is just so aware of that you actually have to follow him through the struggle of a very intelligent person to reach a meaning of life that a basic person will have. Because he knows he cannot be like this very social guy who goes on TV and does the genius stuff forever. And he also knows that he needs to produce something, and if he doesn't have a genius idea, even if he is a genius, nothing is going to happen. So I think this book was really interesting because of that, because it just like teaches you how a new way to look at life. Like, look at what you have and what is actually the meaning of it. And it's very, very funny that like he actually managed to end up in this tiny place, and he still makes friends there, which he hasn't done for most of his life, except for the Katherine and Hassan, basically. So it's pretty cool to like follow him. One thing I find a little bit maybe a shame is that most people would have Hassan's reaction, like Colin would talk about something very funny for him, and like most people won't understand, or like he would say something smart and most people wouldn't understand, and Hassan kind of downplay all of that, like yeah, whatever. And I think it's kind of like, why are you even friends with that guy if he never tried to, like, I mean, I think it's a little bit difficult to have to, for me to, like, believe their relationship, because Hassan and Colin are such a different level of smartitude. So I don't know, like, Colin can never be 100% himself. He has to downplay a lot of things. And I think that's a bit of a shame. Because I'm pretty sure like there is like school for prodigy, so he probably could have made a friend who was like as smart as him or something. I don't know. Another thing that's bothered me about this book, I'm not gonna explain to you too much, but I feel like the ending is a little bit rushed. Like, okay, this book was kind of predictable from the beginning. He goes somewhere, he's dating a lot of Catherine, of course, he's gonna have like something else on a Catherine at the end. So that's kind of the obvious. But I still feel like the ending is a little bit rushed. It doesn't really answer all the questions from the book. So yeah, that would be my, like, when I read it, it just, you're still hungry when you finish. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to let me your comment in the comment section below and to give me a thumb up. Have you read that book? Do you like it? Which is your favorite John Green book? Are you looking forward to read Total Other Way Down? Anyway, have fun whatever you read. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time for something else. Bye!